All right, we're recording. Okay, so if you clicked on this video, I'm assuming you're dealing with some kind of social anxiety in some shape or form. What do I kind of mean by social anxiety? That can mean anything from, raising your hand in class because you don't want everybody to look at you or pay attention to you. That can mean speaking up when someone does something that you don't like. Say you're with your roommate, they do something, in the house that constantly bugs you, but you don't want to say anything because you don't want to bring it up. That can mean going to events, festivals, parties, things that just make you feel socially drained, and just the thought of it, makes you sweat. It can be picking up the phone to like call a financial office just because you want some more information on something, but you start rehearsing those conversations in your head and thinking to yourself, okay, what am I going to say? Um, it can be when you go out, you just feel like people are looking at you, people are staring at you. You start paying attention to the way you walk. Um, it can mean, say you're in an elevator with somebody or just in an environment where it's sort of a closed space and you immediately grab your phone because just that awkward tension starts to sort of build up. If you're always worried about what you're going to say next in a conversation, if you feel like you can't fit in, to any of the groups around you, if you feel like you don't even want to take that step to join groups because, you feel like, oh man, what if they think this about me or whatever. Um, Basically, just anxiety is holding you back from opportunities that would be good for you, and you start self-loathing yourself because you're like, why can't I just do these basic things? I know there's these opportunities in front of me, but I can't take them because of that social anxiety. Anyway, all this to say, I've been in that position before. I think growing up, my name is a little bit of context, maybe I should have started with this. My name is Omar Eldon. um, I grew up with social anxiety. I don't think I realized it at the time, but looking back on it, growing up, I'd say probably up until my last years of high school, I always had social anxiety. I had no idea that it was that or that it was even a problem. I just sort of thought that's who I was. I thought that was just my character. And looking back on it now, that was obviously the wrong frame of mind to have. And, since then, for the past 6, 7, 8 years, no, that's too long. That's not the right math. I'd say for the past 6 years, I've intentionally taken steps that have gotten me to a position in my life now where, I don't deal with those things anymore. I I can speak to anybody I want to. I can pick up a conversation with anybody I want to. I don't overthink conversations, beforehand. Like, oh, what am I going to say? What if I run out of things to say? It's opened up career opportunities for me because, being no longer being socially anxious has allowed me to put myself out there and, you know, reach out to jobs that I want to take on. I'm not no longer afraid of them saying no or going to an interview. I have confidence in myself now, and I have the ability to speak with confidence. And I think it's also just helped me foster and build friendships that I've already had or new friendships. And that's then led to more career opportunities. I think it's helped me in relationship settings, not being afraid to talk to the opposite sex, which I think I also really had a big problem with before. It just helped my overall confidence, getting things that I wanted. And I don't even mean that in a sort of negative connotation. I didn't mean that as in like, oh yeah, I want power and I just get everything that I want now. No, I mean it's helped me get confidence in the sense of, oh, when I want a new career position or I want a new hobby or, you know, I'm just and this was something that, I deal with before. It's like, I'm at the barber shop and I am too afraid to speak up and tell my barber exactly what it is I want. It's helped my confidence do even minute things like that. It's helped me just not worry or care about what others think. It's helped lower my stress. Again, just take on new hobbies. You know, Maybe I can include like a little snippet of it here, but ever since I've gained this sort of newfound confidence. I've started surfing, I've started playing the guitar, I've started learning new languages, the list goes on and on of all the things that I think really putting a emphasis and intentional and taking intentional steps to try to help reduce my social anxiety. And of course, it still comes up from here to there, or from now, what's that expression? It still comes up from time to time, but I have the framework to sort of deal with it now. And all of this isn't to try to sell you on some sort of coaching program. I think the reason I'm doing this is because I think now more than ever, especially after COVID, I found that a lot of people, especially my age and a little bit younger and even a little bit older, really deal with this. And this is something that I think has become a serious problem. And having been through it all before and having the frameworks now to sort of get past it and work through it and deal with that, it's something that I want to share with others. I sort of help people in my life here and there, but I think that I can be doing a lot more good. And so all this to say, if you're at all interested in this, obviously there's no set program that I'm going to try to, espouse to you right now, because each and every single one of you are going to be different. You're going to have your own pains, your own struggles, your own mental hurdles that you got to get past. And so I can't just sit here and say, oh, this is what you're going to do, step 1, step 2, and step 3. No, my sort of desire with this is, if you're interested, shoot me a text, give me a phone call. We can set up some sort of first interaction, first meeting, whether that's in person, through a Zoom call. I said that twice. In person, through Zoom, or through a phone call, whatever makes you feel most comfortable. I'm really just here to help and pass on the knowledge that I've learned. And so if this is something that you're interested in, if you think you need help in this regard, just shoot me a message. My phone number is 951-488-4493. Give me a text, give me a phone call, whatever it is. I really just want to help. So from the bottom of my heart, if you're interested, let me know, and let's do this.